Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon. This is Doc Chris, your online family doctor, making medicine easy for you to have a healthy life. Pag-usapan natin ng doctor-physician relationship. Daming kasing topics ngayon, or daming mga nagrereklamo or hinanain about doctors. Sabi nila disrespectful towards the patient's time, is disrespectful to, let's say, the practice or the profession. Pero let's weigh things, no, in the doctor's perspective and also in the patient's perspective. In the doctor's perspective, time is really important because dun ka nagkakaroon ng, kumbaga, practice of your profession. It is also yung time na yon yung binabayaran, di ba? And at the same time, it's a time that will consume a lot of things, kumbaga, kung ano ginagawa mo in a day-to-day setting. Now, let's say for example, you're a doctor that is giving service with cutting services like surgeries, operations, pagpapanganak, or let's say OPD consultations. Very vast. Okay, those are examples like sa OPD ng OB, OBGYN, surgery, orthopedics, ganon. Family doctors, they also do minor procedures. Okay, we do also suturings, repair, and as well as, kumbaga, inguinal injectomy, okay, or ingrown toenails, okay, removal, ganon. Usually mga simple procedures na gagawa namin. Now, during those certain procedures, okay, whether if you are a doctor that is a cutting department or in a clinical basis, tumatagal yon. So, nakaka-consume siya ng oras. And during that time din, doon, nagkakaroon din tayo ng, piling up ng patients. Okay? So, in that perspective, you're the doctor that is, kumbaga, doing procedure at the same time doing consultations, no? Now, anong pwede natin gawing strategies sa mga ganung situation? You have to collaborate also with your team. Now, ano ba yung team? The team with the reception, your nurse, as well as your co-doctors. Let's say for example in the department. Now, let's go to your reception and your nurse. Okay? You tell your nurse and the reception team na meron kang ongoing procedure. So, if ever the patients or the succeeding patients are asking kung will it take a while or kung bakit ang tagal, you could tell them ahead that there's an ongoing procedure and it will take a while before the procedure will end. If it's okay, you could the doctor will see you after the procedure, no? And it's kumbaga just a way of communicating with your patients and communicating with your team para lang din hindi sila mabad shot or magalit sa iyo during their certain procedures. And I know pag mga ganong situations, mabuburyong or magagalit minsan yung mga pasyente ng surgery, OB, or even derma, yung mga derma procedures. Medyo matagal mga ganong situations. And they should understand or hopefully maintindihan nila na may mga ganong procedures na nangyayari sa clinic. Okay, hindi lang OPD consultations. Now, another thing is, let's say for example, hindi lang doon sa clinic na kung nasaan yung pasyente yung consultation ng isang doktor. Let's say meron din siyang separate procedure from another clinic and kailangan niya mag-transpo or magkaroon siya ng transportation from one clinic to another after one clinic. Nangyayari yan. May mga schedule siya ng 8 to 10, tapos 11 to 12, depending kung may naka-appointment dun sa kabilang clinic. Now, kapag tumagal, yun lang, you have to call your reception ahead, at least 30 minutes before mag-end yung shift mo dun sa unang clinic para masabihan mo yung second clinic na ay, ma'am or miss, I'll be late. Okay, if I have patients there that are coming for their appointment, please inform them that the doctor will be late for a few minutes. He will be coming from a different site or a different clinic. So, nangyayari talaga yon, and it's just a way of consideration. Now, syempre practice mo rin naman yon, and it's your right pa rin naman to practice from one clinic to another. Now, The thing is, sa mga ganong situations kasi, patients, depende. May mga uri ng patients na they cannot be considerate because they go there talaga because of your service as a doctor. They trust your expertise. Kumbaga suki ka nung doktor. Kumbaga lagi ka doon kasi you trust the doctor's management of your condition. Let's say minamanage ka ng hypertension or minamanage ka ng SLE, ganun, binabalik-balikan mo siya kasi maganda yung service niya sa iyo. Now, unfortunately, nagkakaroon ng delays because yun nga, either nalilate si doc or hindi siya pumapasok suddenly, ganun. Some patients, they would say they would consider, pero syempre most of that, kapag let's say for example na set na yung appointment na yun tapos hindi natuloy, medyo condemn, syempre masakit sa loob. Parang let's say for example ikaw bilang pasyente na nag-book ka or customer na nag-book ka ng flight tapos na delay or na-cancel yung flight, syempre magagalit ka, di ba? So in that offset, parang you have to find a way na rin para magkaroon ka ng reasoning with the staff. So dapat, if may anticipate kang ganung uri na patient as a doctor, you have to communicate again with your staff na if let's say for example 30 minutes ahead, medyo matagal yung procedure, sabihan na I'm afraid that the doctor might not come today, lalo na kung matagal at mako-consume yung entire hour niya, okay, from the other clinic. You have to inform your team. Or kung let's say for example kailangan talaga makita yung pasyente, you have to call let's say a colleague na pwedeng mag-cover muna dun sa isang clinic mo. Let's say for example sa akin, in my situation, dalawa kaming family doctor ni Mrs. ko, si Doc Jersey. Let's say nandun ako sa isang clinic tapos ongoing pa akong procedure sa kabila, and I know on the clock 30 minutes pa, 30 minutes na lang yung oras ko sa clinic na to at may mga pasyente ako sa kabila. I would inform Doc Jersey or I will inform my wife na, Han, punta ka muna dun sa kabilang clinic, okay lang, can you see my patients for 10 to 12 para lang din hindi sila maghintay. Okay, that way magkakaroon ng at least may makakatingin sa kanila at hindi masasayang yung oras ng pasyente. Okay? And at the same time, makikita rin ng doktor at i-endorse naman ni Mrs. or ni Doc sa'yo pagdating ng time na magkita kayo after. Di ba? Napakadaling gawin yun. But unfortunately kasi kapag ganung situations, maganda yun sa group practice. And nagkakaroon yun, may group practice yun. May kakilala ka, may friend kang doctor din na pwedeng tumingin ng pasyente mo kung you're away. Or let's say for example, cubicle 7 ka tapos cubicle 6 ang available na doctor, ipatingin mo muna kay Doktora Chua yung pasyente, tapos kausapin ko na lang si Doc Chua kung kamusta yung pasyente on the follow up. So parang ganun lang din yung rapport natin para hindi masayang yung oras ng pasyente. So a good group practice will be a key vital role in maintaining expert or great rapport with your patient. Okay? Another is syempre collaborating with a good team para lang din ma-communicate sa pasyente mo na if ever magkaroon ng delays or setbacks during your schedules, is na-inform sila ahead of time. Let's say a day before or an hour before the day na pumunta sila, is ma-inform mo sila agad na let's say hindi siya makakarating or malilate si doc or wala si doc today, ang titingin muna si Dr. A para lang din matuloy pa rin yung consultation mo, and i-refer naman kay Doc Chris pag bumalik na si Doc Chris, mga ganon. So that way hindi masasayang yung oras ng pasyente, and at the same time you are still continuing a good practice or a best practice that will collaborate with the team. Okay, yun yung magandang pattern of maintaining a good clinical practice na nakuha ko din naman in some of my experience with colleagues as well as my seniors. So I think that would be a good strategy kapag nagkaroon sa future, and I'm not sure if lahat or some would apply this type of strategies, pero hopefully may mga ganun namang circumstances. Kung hindi ka makapasok, tawag ka ng possible backup para tumingin mo na sa pasyente mo, para lang din hindi sila or yung mga pasyente mo hindi manghinayang. Kasi kung mawala yung pasyente mo, mawawalan ka talaga ng pasyente, masisira yung practice mo, let's say mababawasan ka ng kliyente, and at the same time your profession will it will be a negative for your growth, kumbaga. Okay, so if you are a first generation doctor or a starting clinician or a physician with a clinic, okay, try to create a team, try to create a group practice para in that situation you're building a pool of your patients, kumbaga yung mga babalik at babalik sa'yo. Kasi kung maganda at quality yung service mo and you have a team that is also at par with the service that you give, babalik at babalik yung mga pasyente sa'yo. Despite may mga setbacks, makakaintindi sila sa inyong practice. So hopefully naintindihan yung reason why I try to explain this type of scenario as a doctor and patient relationship, kasi it's very helpful to collaborate with a lot of people, lalo na kung magagawan naman natin ng paraan at hindi magkaroon ng negative effect, okay, yung practice ninyo. And again, this is Doc Chris, your online family doctor, making medicine easy for you to have a healthy life. Kanina pa maingay ang aking anak na pusa. Bye.